Three queens, no cap, no stall. Step aside, here come the log kill dolls. Beans on deck, I bring the spice. Slick talk, sharp tone, never play nice. Timeline tight, I write the fight. Feeding on clout day and night. Name sweet tea, sugar and fire. Draw so sweet, but I'll raise it higher. Boots click loud, grace and grit. Bless your heart, but don't throw a fit. Flame red pigtails, twist and tease. Drama queen, I do it with ease. Snap like thunder, I light the scene. Cute chaos, call me the meme. With log out dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Feeding frenzies, fire and flare. We flip your feed, we're everywhere. Bold and bad, sweet with sting. Three doll names, one royal ring. With log out dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Feeding frenzies, fire and flare. We flip your feed, we're everywhere. Bold and bad, sweet with sting. Three doll names, one royal ring. We the log out dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Log out dolls, lace and steel. Telling tales, keeping it real. Log out dolls, full reveal. Internet shook, we the deal. Los cows, dolls, dolls. Lost and still, telling tales, keeping it real. Log out dolls, full reveal. Internet shook, we the deal. Log dolls, dolls.
Welcome, all of our Barbie brats and bros. Welcome to Locale Dolls. Today's episode, yesterday was spicy, today is a little bit sweeter. Today we're talking about romance. And I would love to know what romance looks, feels, and maybe even tastes like when it comes to the other ladies. So let's get right into it. Welcome, dolls. How are you doing, Sweet Tea? How are you doing, Wonder Woman? How are you feeling about the romance episode? You're muted, Wonder Woman. But how are you doing,
I
Sweet
am
Tea? Girl, you're gonna have to get this internet
Well, I'll
shit
go.
fixed.
I'll
You are
go.
so
I'll go.
stuttery.
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm stuttery. Am I still stuttery now?
No, I think you
Not
got it
working very
fixed.
well. I can barely hear y'all. Let me see what's wrong.
Well, anyway, I absolutely am so excited about romance today. I love romance. I love romance. I can't wait. It's like Lady Gaga. Is it Lady Gaga's song? Hair caught in a bad romance.
Bad romance. Okay, we're gonna get copyright struck. So wait, you mentioned bad romance. Do you have any bad romances in your life, or are we gonna keep it positive?
No, I was just singing the Lady Gaga song. We can have both bad romances and we can have absolutely beautiful romances. There's two different types, Beans.
So right now I have you at 200%, but people are saying that your volume is a little low. So let me see if I can do anything that can fix that. But while I'm doing,
Test.
okay, that was the problem.
Where's Sweet? Okay.
Where's Sweet
Where's
Tea?
Sweet Tea gone?
I don't know.
She gone.
She gone. She gone. I don't know why. Apparently she was also having some audio issues. I don't know if there was a issue with, let me fix this real quick. Maybe there's an issue with Discord. Sometimes they do have like updates and it can fuck around with settings. But other than that, let's talk about romance. Let's talk about sex,
Yes.
baby.
Let's talk about. Yes, I agree with you, Beans. Yesterday's episode of Dolls was quite raunchy, wasn't it? It was quite the topic on a lot of streams yesterday, wasn't it?
It was quite raunchy, but I think you guys were a little bit, what's the word? Shy about it,
Yes,
maybe a
I
little
hear
bit
what. No,
embarrassed.
no, no, no. No, I'm not shy. I just want to know how far I can push it, Beans.
Well, okay, so
Sweet tea, you're back.
and now your mic is not working. You understand that you can like go into either a VC or
I can hear
I
you
don't know.
guys when I pull out my thing in the computer, but can you guys hear me like this?
We can hear you,
Yes.
but can you hear us?
When I plug it back in, I can't hear you guys.
Can you hear us now?
Did you break your headphones? What did you do, sweetie? Please stop doing that. Jesus Christ. So close. Let's talk about romance. So real quick, we have a personality romance quiz that we can take. How to fall in love question, how romance fails, and how romantic are you? Now, do you want to do the romance stuff first, or should we go into what we did yesterday? We can't hear you, sweetie.
Okay.
Just fixed it. Okay. You guys
Okay.
talk. Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
Let's what do you want to do? Do you want to go into yesterday or shall we get in straight into the romance?
Let's get into what happened yesterday because yesterday was fun. Yesterday was flirty. Yesterday was what some people might say one of the best episodes of. So, not Dolls, Rewind. The Dolls episode was a little lukewarm, but as soon as Rewind
Bigfoot
came
super
around,
chatted
okay,
$100.
Yeah.
The stream didn't end. I turned around to go home so I can end up. This is me apologizing. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Bigfoot. Apparently,
Wow,
the
thank you
stream.
At one point
Thank
during
you
their
so
show,
much, Bigfoot. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
it just like cut out and it went to Dolls. So I went back and Cafe was still on. I don't know what's going on with YouTube.
Yeah, so apparently Bigfoot said that the stream didn't end. He had to turn around and go back home so he can end it. This is me apologizing. I'm sorry. I was wondering why there was no redirect. But that's fine. It's Friday. It's technically part of the weekend. Thank God it's Friday. But other than that, let's go into Rewind because Rewind was really, really fun. I didn't expect
Yeah.
it to go the way that it did. I didn't expect them to basically have more than half of an episode talking about dolls.
Yeah.
The
I saw it yesterday, Beans.
I'm
I
doing.
saw it yesterday, Beans, and I was like, oh my word, you were fantastic up on Rewind. It was an awesome Rewind show yesterday.
doing-
I'm not going to lie.
It was super fun doing Rewind. I didn't think that the dolls episode was that good. There was a lot of clippable moments, as you did see during Rewind. But I decided to save it. I was like, you know what? Let me have a little bit of fun with Xylee and Billy, and in general, just have a great time. Yesterday felt more like a Friday than today does. But let us look into.
Well, I'm doing.
I'm surrounded by sluts.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. We're watching it. Thanks,
It's
Beans.
Thirsty Thursday.
Apparently,
Now, why do you say this? Were you specifically talking about something that happened, or you just you in a house of mirrors? What are we talking about?
I took a nap at 12.
You're napping?
Thinking, yes, I was napping because I only got 2 hours sleep and I had to get up early and etc. All right. And I went and took my nap at 12. I wake up to the doll's timestamps and I cannot believe what I was reading.
So you're telling me Dolls was cooking today?
cooking up some hoes.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Not my beans.
Well, I'm doing.
I'm surrounded by.
We were cooking up some hoes. Now, I don't know what Xylee means by that. I think I was pretty contained
Neither do I.
yesterday.
You don't means that?
Hmm?
You don't know what she means by that?
No, absolutely not. I think we had a very sweet episode yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I think it
You
was
could watch that one
bloody
in a
awesome.
Bible study.
So it says
I thought it was fantastic.
you did. Well, yesterday Bean's comments in Rewind chat saying it's boring. Oh yeah, I did not want them to watch it.
So you're telling me Dolls was cooking today?
I know I saw you yesterday, Beans, but you know what? You were into it
Cooking
yesterday
up
on
some
Rewind.
hoes.
You were, and then we
Ain't
had a
nothing wrong
visit
with
from
that.
CD-ROM in there. Shall we continue?
Not my beans.
Girl,
man.
are you
Good
even
job,
watching
Dolls.
this?
Little Beans. Little Beans was spicy today. Is that what you're saying?
Apparently, she was hoeing it up. I was like, what?
Well, don't just talk
The
about it.
hell?
What, let us know.
Beans
says, no, it's boring. Beans in our chat saying, no, it's boring.
Oh,
no
really,
big deal.
Beans? It was boring? How about this one particular timestamp where you're like, Xylee, don't come up here?
So you're telling me Dolls?
So
Oh my
I was
God.
trying to get them off of the scent of what happened yesterday in general. Yesterday was such a clusterfuck of things. We talked well, first of all, we were wearing swimsuits. Next we were talking about I don't even remember. I think I'm trying to blank. Sweet Tea, do you remember what we were talking about?
What the corn names of the shows would be, and you went into your first time, and it really graphically that like traumatized you. When you were saying it, my eyes just went like black. I was like,
I mean,
too much detail.
it was a lot of detail, and I didn't put it behind a paywall. I decided to just air out my first and worst time. And a lot of people reacted to it by going into the Discord and spamming their SpongeBob gifs and memes. So now I hope that you guys can never watch SpongeBob the way that I can never watch SpongeBob. But we do have Billy and Xylee reacts to show names for P Hub. Bears?
Oh, did they like it? Ooh.
Yes. See that.
Okay.
Wait, fit check.
Goldilocks and the bottom steam bears. That might be.
Wait, is Keemstar Goldilocks?
I guess so. He would have to be in
So
that
to
scenario.
fill you in today
I mean,
on
if it-
Dolls, they were going over the different shows,
Thank you.
and they were saying what the title of the shows would be if they were videos on P Hub,
Mm-hmm.
on the Corn Hub. So what they're saying, these are bottom locks or the Goldilocks and the bottom steam bears. Is that what?
Yeah.
That's what Log
Yeah.
Live would be.
And then here's ours. Hold on. 3021.
So I put, especially because of this picture, I put Femboy and Dommy Mommy.
Okay,
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that one.
boy.
Yeah.
that's fair. I'm wearing makeup.
It's Xylie's face.
Dommy Mommy? What?
What? They call me femboy. Well,
Ma'am.
why do I take this easier than you? They called me a femboy.
Ma'am. Okay, so what else do you want to see out of this?
No, well,
So, okay. We're rewinding. So when it comes to the whole Dommy Mommy thing, I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to call her a gilf, right? So grandma, because she would probably kill me. But femboy, you know, like I was just going off of the pictures that we had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it
Right.
was so hard.
It was so hard,
But we-
exactly.
But we explained it too why we put for Xylie's name is Xylie's a strong woman. That's why it wasn't anything. She's a very strong woman. So that's where that dominance word comes in. Very strong woman. Yeah. But I don't think Xylee particularly thought that was so good. Such a good title. But
Couldn't think of one for her. She's hard to do, pin down. that way.
She loves cats. Maybe we could have made it like a little bit more of a kitty kind of word or something. She
Yeah, that
loves
would
her
been
kitty
cute.
cats. Maybe. I loved Siley's reaction. She was like,
Like hot cat mom or something. That would have been cute.
I'm sorry. What
"What's
time
up,
is it?
Beans?"
What time is it? It's 12:15. Can we wake the fuck up? Can we wake the fuck up? Because you guys are boring me right now. Literally
What the
yesterday.
fuck?
Yeah. No, I'm being
got more energy than
110%
you,
honest. I'm pretty
Beans.
sure I
I've
can
got
kick
more
you
energy
both
than
out
you,
right now and I could
Beans.
run this show way better. You guys are giving me
No.
nothing.
I got more
Absolutely.
energy than you, Beans. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's like, wake up,
Yeah,
Beans.
your Dementor ass is probably sucking the energy out of me throughout the entire show. And then there's Sweet
No.
Tea, who okay, Sweet Tea, I'm not even gonna be mad. You got some pretty good one-liners. But oh my god, it is 12:15 and we wake the fuck
Well,
up.
well, you know what, Beans? It's 4 fucking AM here, and I'm making a fucking effort. So
Mazer
you know what? You can ding
1123
your bell
super
all you
chatted
fucking want, but
$10.
it's 4
How much
AM
to
here.
kick
I
Wonder
get up at
Woman?
3 AM
She's a
to be here,
skinwalker.
and I got more energy than you guys.
Girl. So first off, thank you so much, Bigfoot. I forgot to do the little sparkles for you. Please don't even think about it. It's no issue. Ties with the new membership to Cash Cow. Thank you so much. We have Skeptices with
Thank you.
the $1.99 Wonder Woman looking gorgeous as always. Of course. We have
Oh, that's
RJ
sweet.
Thank you,
Cass with the
Skeptices.
5. How much to kick Whack Woman? We have Mazer1123 with the 10. How much to
Whack
kick
Woman. It says
Wonder
Wonder
Woman?
Woman.
Nope. Look again. RJ Cass. How much to kick Whack Woman? The first one that she sent. And then Mazer1123 with the 10. How much to kick Wonder Woman? She's a skinwalker. And then we have RJ Cass with another 5 that says cook beans cook. We want the Beans show. Let's fucking go. Now, I'm not going to say that it's the Beans show. I think that Sweet Tea has proven herself. She knows how to, at least be somebody to bounce off of. But
Try.
It's a pick on Wonder Woman day today. I don't mind. Let's go.
They always pick on the new
Bring
interns on a
it.
new show. Whenever I was getting kicked from the shows for being an intern, I think it was like 50. So that would be a good goal. We could kick her off for
I
a
don't
little while and
mind.
she could
Let's
come
do
back.
it.
no, it's a little bit of hazing. Usually if you just poke the bear a little bit, you can see if they can handle it and if they can step up. Especially because you're an intern. A little don't hurt nobody.
Oh.
But when it comes to how Rewind reacts to CD-ROM and their water park, let's look into that.
They got so excited when he came on.
Oh,
Hard to
absolutely.
get?
Maybe. I don't know.
She said, no, Xylee, no.
This is what I get for taking a nap and not watching this. All right. All right. So apparently CD-ROM came up here and Riz.
Oh, God.
He is really trying to get him some beans.
He's trying to open that can of beans.
We did it just for you, CD. Didn't you know?
For the viewers helped us reach our goal for the bathing suit edition, and now we're doing it. Maybe we can do a couple more in the future. But yeah, we are doing this to say thank you for our members and our viewers. And
We're following in your footsteps with your little bathing suit, cop bathing suit.
Oh, don't follow in mine. That's not going to get you anywhere. Honestly, if I knew Beans was going to have such an adverse reaction to the sight of me, I probably wouldn't have done it in the first place. But Wonder Woman mentioned something about like thoughts about the condoms thing and the one night stands, and so I figured I'd throw myself in waiting and just say that I don't have an opinion on that. I only wanted to come and tell Beans that I'm putting a water park on the itinerary for the date. Bye.
I mean, he's gonna make a water park
He
with
wants
you.
to take her to Japan.
oh my god!
And now there's going to be a water park.
Sweet.
Into a water park.
What did you just say?
What did I say? He wants to make a water park with you together. Y'all's own personal water park.
Wants to take you down that water slide. Mm.
Oh my goodness.
He should have said that. That would have been cute.
So when it comes to yesterday's episode, I do want to talk about one thing. There has been some discourse. It's only one post, but there has been some discourse in the Reddit. Apparently people are a little bit upset because I am a woman under 100 pounds talking about being fat. And specifically, well, that's the way that they think of it, right? But
Yeah.
specifically
N-
because they said, let me actually pull up this post just to
I,
be.
I could imagine that pissing some people off because I remember when I was skinny how much flack I got from heavier people being like, "Oh, you're just trying to look like a model, or you're trying to lose weight, or something like that." And I always
Are
got
they so
body
they
issues
body
because of that.
yeah, are they body shaming you, Beans? Are they body shaming you?
So there is a post on the Reddit that says, this is the title, "Fuck Beans." It says, "I can't believe she just went live and told two mothers how moms feel during and after birth." First off, we didn't really talk about birth. We talked about, your bodies and stuff like that. She just got done saying how women feel about their bodies after having a baby, then stands up and shows off her ass and waist in front of them not 2 minutes later. She has no kids, she has no self-awareness. Now, if anybody has
Oh,
seen that episode and really truly listened to it, I'm asking you guys, how do you feel about your bodies before and after childbirth? I'm asking you guys what your opinion is. I obviously have no kids, but I do listen to other women and I do have friends that are women who had kids, and I'm just repeating things that they said to me. Like
okay.
postpartum depression is a very big thing. I have a lot of friends that they don't feel the same. There's a lot of friends that I have, old and young, that the young ones say like, "Oh, I don't feel hot anymore, like I don't even want to go to the beach anymore." And then we have like older ones that may have a little bit more confidence. And I think because you guys are so
Yeah.
different in age, having both of you guys be mothers but to give your experience is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
didn't find anything you said yesterday towards me offensive.
No, not at all. But if someone's written that on Reddit, you want to talk about it. Let's
Yeah.
exactly.
talk about it.
So the thing is about this podcast, right? Podcast or show or whatever you like to call it, is that we are women. We are women with different body types, with different views, with different opinions. But like just because I'm a certain body type does not mean that I cannot talk about a different body, right? The way that I talk about it is
Yeah.
not supposed to be derogatory or cast judgment of any sort. The way that I'm talking about it is, hey, there are women that are skinny fat, everything in
Yeah.
between. There's a spectrum, but no matter what, you're beautiful because we're not just our bodies, right? We have personalities,
Yes.
we have goals, we have aspirations. I think one of the best episodes that we had was with Glammy, and we were talking about how people see women as objects and how, we're more than
Yeah.
that. How women are seen as boring or like they don't do a lot of things. The noise canceling go crazy. Um, like we're adventurous women and people don't really see women like wanting to jump out of planes and wanting to go to other
Yeah.
countries because they think that we're scared and we're not, capable of doing it. It's great.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to say to that woman that posted that, I'm really, really, truly sorry that you're offended by what we were talking about yesterday. But I agree with you, Beans. Every woman is beautiful. Every woman is beautiful, and I understand me having been pregnant. I get it. I get what it's like when you get pregnant. Your body shape isn't the same afterwards. You know, you're looking after a baby, and that baby is the most important thing, right? And I get that you're not the same before you were pregnant, um, but you are beautiful. And if you are with your partner, with a partner after having a baby, perhaps that partner can tell you how much they love you, tell you how beautiful you are, and you know what? You'll get back to the way you used to be before you're before,
Your pregnancy?
you were pregnant. Absolutely. You'll
I don't
bounce
think you can
back.
ever achieve the same exact body you had before you got pregnant, but you can get
You
damn close.
absolutely. And don't be so hard on yourself, honestly. Just think of the beautiful baby that you've given birth to, that you're holding in your arms. And, it's a blessing. It is a real blessing. And love yourself, love your baby, love your partner. Honestly, it's I'm really sorry that person felt that way. But you'll get there with hard work. Yeah.
On Discord said that Bean's mic is spontaneously cutting out.
No.
I just wanted to tell you, make sure. And Maester was wanting to know how much to kick her Wonder Woman. If you were wanting to do that, we could do like 50.
50?
Bring her
No,
back for a
she's
little
an
while.
intern. I mean, kick her and then she
That
can.
was standard for me.
Yeah, sure. 50 to kick her out and then she can come back in and she has like 3 tries. But she's
Yeah.
not technically a host, so I don't know if that rule still applies to her. But in general, like I did, just to oh, I did it. What did you do, Sweet Tea? You're in chat saying I did it.
I finally talked to you about kicking her.
Oh,
If
okay.
for 50, they kept asking me.
Okay.
Mr. Boom Boom Pow won super chatted $49.99.
Nope,
Nope,
this is a free pass to keep Wonder Woman.
WW.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bum Bum Pow.
Exactly.
He's so sweet.
She's part of the podcast and she's, you're not supposed to kick the intern, LOL. It was a new rule. Exactly. But going back to the whole Reddit thing, especially if it's Reddit, this is like a rule for everybody. Just don't look at the Reddit. I look at it because I like to interact with people a little bit more. Plus, I think that trolling people is a little bit fun. I think that it's ridiculous that they don't watch the episodes. They see one clip, they misconstrued the idea of that clip, and then they're like, oh, you suck. Because there's somebody else that's in like the replies of that goes, oh, you were talking about having a pouch and you were saying that like it's a negative thing. And I'm like, no, if you look at the previous episode, I was talking about how cute that is and I wish I could
love
have
it.
Exactly.
Funny that they said that.
Yes. And that's
because you have been on
fact.
record saying that you
That's
liked
fact,
it.
Queens. You said you love that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But like that's another thing is there are many different types of bodies, there are many different types of struggles, and just because you see me on screen and you think that my body looks good, I don't think my body looks good. I'm extremely underweight. That has its own problems in itself. And if I'm being 110% honest, I'm not healthy. Even though you may think that this looks healthy or this looks good, this is not healthy, this is not good. I am way below the BMI that I should be. And that doesn't mean that I'm casting judgment on anybody else. And the fact that you would go on Reddit, which is understandable, it's Reddit, everybody goes on Reddit just to complain about something. The fact that you even go there and you're screaming about me not being inclusive when I'm on here trying to put as much positivity on women's bodies as I possibly can, and you're like, you can't talk about being fat because you're under 100 pounds. You're already judging my body. So how are you any different? I don't know. Like
they'll never understand that.
I would like to think that dolls is for all body shapes. It's for all body shapes. Absolutely. We're not just here for, skinny, beautiful woman. We're here for all women, pregnant woman, older woman, younger woman, a larger woman, smaller woman. We're here for trans women. We're here for women who want to be part of dolls. We're in the dollhouse and we're inclusive of everybody. Absolutely. Every woman is beautiful. Motherfucking every woman is beautiful.
Exactly.
Beat your horn.
Oh.
But, Beans, every woman is beautiful. I'm a mixed bag. I've been a larger woman. I'm a bit smaller now. I've been a pregnant woman. I can speak to all aspects of that, And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much your body changes. You're still the same person on the inside. Let the beauty from within shine through. Absolutely. Don't let anybody or any person make you feel just bad about yourself. Love yourself. Absolutely. And I
Exactly.
stand by that.
So Mau Mau with the $2 says Reddit will always make up some dumb shit, to be honest. To be honest, yes. That's why I only go on the cleaning subreddit, and that's why the funniest thing to me is the 5-in-1, I believe it's the Head and Shoulders, because apparently if you use 5-in-1 Head and Shoulders, it can clean almost anything. So I think that's
Yeah.
cool. Other
On your
than that,
body?
no, 5 I'm gonna get super geeky about this, but like
Yeah, I want to know
5-in-1
about that.
Head and Shoulders, there was a meme because somebody posted a picture. No, Irish Spring, that's what it was. Thank you so much. K KT Lady, that's what it is. Sorry. It's the Irish Spring.
I know what
Somebody
you're talking about now.
posted, yeah, somebody posted a picture of like their Irish Spring on a ledge, and apparently it leaked, but the part that leaked made like that area spotless.
Yeah,
And
it's really
so,
good soap.
yeah, people
It'll keep
started
away
using.
bugs too.
Really?
If you grind it up, yeah, and I don't know if it keeps away all bugs, but my grandma used to like shave it and put it around the corners to keep away insects.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
very interesting.
yeah, so this area was like spotless, and so in the cleaning subreddit, a lot of people started using like 5-in-1 Irish Spring in order to clean their tubs. And it's kind of concerning because the fact that it can clean any sort of grit and grime from your tub, what is it doing to your body? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's probably got a lot of lye in it because it's an actual bar of soap instead of like body wash with the. I don't think it has lye in it.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
So we also have somebody saying that it's good to keep away mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, I've heard that
Ooh.
too.
Yep.
Yes, and it's cheap too. It's like the best soap in the world because it's so cheap. You can just get it at the Dollar Tree, a whole bar.
Exactly.
Can I just want to point out, Just Jessica has, says, same Wonder Woman, I have been all sizes and pregnant, and I have loved and hated my body depending on the day. I think we all feel that way, Just Jessica. Thank you so much for your comment. I feel you. But you know
Yeah.
what? Every day you wake up, you just say, I'm beautiful and I love myself. Absolutely. And go and do something beautiful for yourself. You
I
know,
always tell myself every day you're not in the ground is a good day.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one. Every day I'm not in the
Keeps you
ground is a
going.
good day. But some people are saying this stream is so wholesome. I love it. Yeah, we try to be wholesome. But also I try to. I think I'm a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to call it PTSD, but I've been trained by the LCU that we can't be too wholesome. We always have to have like a little bit more energy or just keep it up because even though I'm more of a relaxed and, mellow person and I would love to have like that sort of energy, it doesn't bring in numbers. It doesn't bring in super chats, it doesn't bring in members. And so I'm pushed to push others. So when it comes to Sweet
Right.
Tea and Wonder Woman, I don't want to push them to be something that they're not, but we have to be more than
Mr.
110%
Boom Boom
ourselves.
Pow
Oh,
one
TTS.
super chat at $9.99. It also attracts giant men. At prison camp, one picked up a bar of Irish Spring in the shower, and let's just say I've been scared ever since.
That super chat implies that you actually been to prison camp, and now I'm very curious to what you did in order to get there. But other than that, Mr. Boom Boom Pow, I'm glad that you got out, and I'm glad that you became the sugar daddy of the dolls chat, because apparently everybody likes
Yes.
to ask him for a membership.
Yeah, he's the one to go to.
And somebody,
I love the name.
Mr. Boom Boom Pow, he's great. I love seeing him in
Yeah.
VCs and just hanging out in general. I think today's Friday. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in there later tonight just to talk and chill out. Ash with the Ash XO said, "Y'all need to fix the demon TTS voice eventually, haha." So I've heard multiple things about the TTS. Apparently it can be that the internet is bad. That's why I decided to do an Ethernet cable to my PC, and it still hasn't fixed itself. So I'm probably gonna have to get with somebody and figure out what I can do to fix that issue.
That sucks. I didn't even
Exactly.
know.
Yeah, I've tried to wire it different ways. I try to use a different link. In general, it's just not working out. But romance. Romance.
Romance.
I
I'm
want
excited to
That's
you.
talk
why
about this.
that's why I've got a bright color on today. Beans and sweet tea.
Yeah, I was wanting to show
Romance.
you guys my skirt. I got a new skirt.
Oh, you got a new
Oh, that's
skirt. Is
I
it a
thought it
long
was
skirt
cute.
or
No, it's short.
I want to talk more about that little
oh.
chair or that little pillow that you got.
What pillow? Oh, it's just a blanket. It's just
It's still cute. Cinema roll. Sanrio
I
girly.
love.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had when I lived up in Virginia when I was a kid. There was a Sanrio store at the mall. I used to love going there when I was a kid.
So
And
we
all they
have
sell is like Hello Kitty stuff.
yeah, wait. You were a Sanrio girl when you were a kid?
Yeah, I loved Hello Kitty. My niece, she's a little bit older than me, and she collected Hello Kitty stuff. So she would like give it to me when she grew out of it, when she got a little bit older, and I was always so happy to get all that stuff.
Your niece who's
I
a
have a
little bit
friend
older
who's
than you?
Yeah, I think she's like 6 years older than me, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
I
family's
have
a
a
little weird.
friend who's in her 40s and she loves Hello Kitty. She's Hello Kitty mad and everything is Hello Kitty. And, it doesn't matter what age you are, you can still be a Hello Kitty person.
Exactly. So that's another thing. So we're talking about romance, but that also can mean that we are talking about romanticizing your life. I think a lot of people have that idea of just because I'm a little bit older, that means that I cannot like anything that's cartoony or cute or anything of the sort. But if you like something,
Really?
just live your life. You can do whatever you want. I think that's something that a lot of
Yeah.
people should follow.
Absolutely.
What is one thing that you love Wonder Woman
Absolutely.
that a lot of people would probably like judge you for?
Oh, it's a good idea. Um,
Don't say goblin corn fetish like
I
me.
think
You're gonna get judged.
No, you know what? I'm gonna share it here on stream. You know what? I have never watched porn in my life ever. So yesterday, you're talking about Pornhub and all that. I can't participate because it's like I've never watched porn in my life.
Well, now's the
Never?
time to start. Perfect time. Actually,
Never
it's the worst
ever.
time. If you
Okay,
live in America.
Never,
we're not
ever,
gonna
ever.
push her to watch any graphic material, but
Oh,
is there a reason behind that? Is it because it's hard to access in your country? Is it because you've like just been through a lot of relationships and there's no reason for you to watch that sort of thing?
no. I don't need to watch people have sex because I can get down with it. I just don't need to watch it. I can get wet anytime I want. I don't need to watch porn. I don't.
I
I'm
wonder
a very sexual woman. So I don't need to watch porn.
Sweet Tea, what is that face?
It's just
Yeah, you
she
look
can get wet
sad.
whenever she wants, and I was thinking, are you talking about
Yeah,
like when you're by
what?
yourself or when you're with a man, or you've been
I can think fantasy in my own way, in my own mind. I don't need to
Oh, that's
watch
really
people
special.
to create. I don't need to watch people to create fantasy in my mind.
I
Oh,
understand you a lot more now. Okay.
okay,
What you were
so
talking about.
that's enough for you. That's enough for you just thinking of something. You don't need to see it visually, you don't need to hear it.
No,
Okay.
no. That's where I'm coming from. Yeah.
I do
Okay.
that a lot of the time. Just
And maybe
fantasize.
that's just because I'm creative. I'm quite a creative person. And, we're talking about romance, right? And I went on and I was thinking about things. And have you guys ever seen that movie 40 Days, 40 Nights with
40 days
Josh
and
Bartlett in it?
sorry,
Ha-
you cut out just a little
Yeah,
bit.
40
40 days,
days.
40 nights.
Sorry.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I think I might have.
It was,
I'm really bad when it comes with memory, but if I see the people in it, probably 40 days, 40 nights.
yes, Ash XO, Josh Hartlett, that's right. And there's a scene in that movie, you guys should watch it. It's about a guy who breaks out of a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like has sex, and to get over it, he just goes and has sex with any woman, right? And then he starts seeing images, and he decides, I'm not going to have sex for 40 days, right? Um, and then he meets a woman from the time he made the vow, right? And there's a scene in there that's absolutely amazing, and I really want to I want to meet someone where I can do that. It's where the woman that he's met is lying naked, right? And he
Mhm.
has a feather. So it's like Forrest Gump, but it's not Forrest Gump. It's a feather again, right? It's a feather. And he can't touch a woman. That's the deal. He can't touch a woman. He can't kiss a woman. He can't go any further, right? So he
Mhm.
puts this feather on her body, and he just blows the feather. He doesn't touch her. He just blows the feather, or he's going like this on her body with the feather,
So
and
like
she's absolutely getting off on it.
a soft and
Mhm.
sensual sort of that could be romantic. I think a lot of people, especially
Mm.
nowadays, um activities like that can be rough and hardcore, and stop giving me those eyes, sweetie. Especially you with your goblin stuff. I
I
think
know.
nowadays it's always about like pushing a boundary. It's about like more, more,
Yeah.
more, more, more. And people are getting into some pretty weird stuff. But
Yeah.
sometimes just having like that passionate, like very romantic title,
Play.
romantic, sensual can be very nice too, right? The soft touches
Yes.
or like the build up can be even better than the actual release.
Yeah. That excites me the most is just the
I
build up.
love that stuff. I love that stuff, absolutely. It's like you're building up, and then all of a sudden it's like, bang!
Why I've never wanted to have like one night stands because I don't think the other person be willing to like do a lot of foreplay and stuff like that because they don't care. They just want
No.
to get done, get out. You know, that's
Exactly.
why I've never wanted to do it.
But okay, so there's something that you see in movies, right? It's always like a couple, and then they decide to
Yeah.
do like a little bit of foreplay, but take it out into the real world outside of the bedroom. So
Yeah,
it's a very typical thing in movies or in shows that the couple talks about it, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to meet up at this hotel in the bar of the hotel. And I'm going to wear like a trench coat, but only you know I'm wearing
mm,
nothing underneath it. And we're going to pretend like we don't even know each other. So now it's like we're flirting back and forth. You don't know me, I don't know you. How are you? Oh, what's your favorite color? Like the boring stuff. But then it's like, oh, I think you're really cute. I have a hotel room. Would you like to go check that out? And even though you both know, you
Yeah.
know that you're together, it's like that. I don't know. It's playing
Mm,
because maybe somebody's like listening
that
in on.
playful.
Somebody's like listening in on the conversation. They're like, oh, these people just met, but they're being pretty spicy over there. I don't know. That
Is that
foreplay.
something you want to reenact? Is that something you might want to reenact? I
I
mean,
don't know.
I think it's hot. I think it's hot.
yeah, I think it's
And
hot
I
too.
love that. I love that playfulness, and yeah, I just love touch. I've had guys tell me that they love my touch. They say that I have very soft touch and they love it. I love to do that
Yeah,
and be
that would be
playful.
fun.
I do. And
So
guys do love to be hugged, and they do love those soft touches on their body. You know what I mean? They do love that.
they
They
do.
do.
They do. I think a lot of men, when they think of things like that, like just activities, they just want to get to the peak of it all, right?
Yeah,
When for us women, sometimes the buildup is better than the peak, and especially because
I
we can
know.
do it multiple times. Men release,
They get so
and
jealous about that.
they do, but men release. It's a very big release, but it takes them a while to get back into it, right? Could take them
Mhm.
minutes, could take them hours. Maybe they're even done for the day. But us, we just want to
Yeah.
keep going and going and
Oh
going
yeah.
and going. So the release for us is not that big of a deal. It is the build up.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
for example, my first time, a lot of people judged my first time because I was doing something to the other person, but the other person was not really doing anything to me.
Yeah.
It's somebody. Oh, wait, Siren Syrup is in the chat saying phone sex is just ASMR X rated. No, I don't think so, because you don't have to
Does that
be in
mean?
a whisper. You can talk very normally, but just know how to do your voice in a way that's just right. And speaking of
That's
which,
sultry.
sultry voice, exactly. You can have the same tone or the same, not tone. You can have the same volume but change your tone and change the way
Yeah.
you look at people. So we're talking about romance, right? Let's talk about how can I make something romantic?
I have a few ideas. I did some research last night, ladies. Can I share them with you? Is
Hell
that
yeah.
okay? Like,
Mhm.
okay,
Um,
we're talking about, so you've got different types of romances, right? You've got indoor romance and you have outdoor romances, right? So, indoor romances, what do you think? I mean, you can have a candlelit dinner, right? Like a candlelit dinner.
Mhm.
Could be like an indoor romance, like, prepare a special meal, at home for someone, and or you could, go to a restaurant and maybe have a dance afterwards, right? Or dance in the house, right? Put on some nice music inside after the dinner and just do some dancing, and that's another thing, slow dancing. Do you guys love to slow dance?
I've
Do you
No,
love that?
never really slow danced before.
I've never
Oh,
done that either.
I've always
I
been
love
with
that.
you love it?
You go. I love that, dirty dancing, that dirty
Oh, I loved
dancing
Dirty
scene.
Dancing when I was a girl.
Oh, Patrick Swayze. I need me a Patrick Swayze all day, baby. But in the cabin, when she goes back, and then they put the music on, and then they start swaying together. That slow dancing. Oh, that's so beautiful.
That's very beautiful. I've
Um,
never experienced that because I've always been with guys who like I don't dance. That's all they say.
Yeah.
I don't dance. And the thing that makes me um wait, so, we have Ash in the chat saying, "I love to dance, but my dude has like no rhythm, but he tries for me because he knows I
Oh,
love dancing." Ha, that is a good point. So I've always been with somebody who I do not dance. I have no sense of rhythm. And the thing is, dudes, if you're listening, and girls, if you're like that too, don't be afraid to try because that's all your partner cares about. If you just try, if you let yourself go, if you're willing to do something for your partner, that speaks volumes more than not doing it at all.
how you look.
yeah, it
It's
really does.
absolutely, I totally agree with you, Beans. Don't worry about how you look. It's like how you making your partner
Confidence is
feel. You
everything.
absolutely, yeah.
That's what I've always
Another
told
thing,
men. Like, it's just your
yeah.
confidence. If you have enough confidence, I'll be attracted to you.
See, for me,
Confidence
for
is good.
dancing, I love to dance. I love to dance, and I have that same problem where I can't find a man who will dance with me because a lot of guys don't like to dance, or they can't dance, or they won't dance. You know what I mean? But I'd love a guy just to get up and dance with me. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Exactly.
um,
That's a really big thing in Hispanic culture. For example, my mom, she goes to a club every Saturday and, it's bachata, it's salsa. It's not like anything sensual or anything like that. It's just dancing, right? But some people in other cultures can look at that and be like, "Oh, if you're in a relationship, why are you dancing with another person? I think that's wrong." It depends on culture. It depends on just in general, dancing is dancing, but when it's sensual dancing like that, if it's, slow dancing, there's somebody in chat that says wedding dances are my only exception. I've been with people
yeah.
that said that they don't even want to dance if they do get married. They say, "Can we cut out the first dance completely?" And for me, I'm just like, why? We're like, I understand where you're coming
That's a
from.
huge part of the marriage or the ceremony
That's
too.
a
The
like
father giving dancing with the daughter and then giving her to the
it's
son-in-law.
well,
yeah.
people think like, "Oh, well, this is not even for us. This is for other people." Like it's very performative. But
That's
yes, it
kind of
can be.
selfish.
It's very performative, but at the same time, like, we are also doing it for us. We should enjoy the performance at least just together because there's a lot of symbolism in it, right? We are showing
It's once in a
Yeah.
lifetime,
yeah, once in a
hopefully.
lifetime. Hopefully. I've known somebody that got
Yeah.
married about 5 times. Um,
Oh my God.
It's like you're consummating the marriage, but on the dance floor, not in the bedroom, on the bed. You're consummating the marriage in front of people on the dance floor. It's beautiful.
I think Sweetie and
It's
I both had
beautiful.
the same idea when you said that.
We're dirty girls. We need to get back focus.
Well, you know what I mean. You're having that first dance in front of your friends and family. It's just a beautiful thing.
It
So-
is.
You know, you could. Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, you go, Beans.
No, the Australian, New Zealand, Australia. Where are you from?
Yeah.
New Zealand.
The
Zealand.
internet ping is just throwing us off. But
New Zealand is so romantic and beautiful.
really,
Yeah, that's where the Lord of the Rings
It
was
is.
shot.
Yeah,
and those places
Bean.
were
Yes,
beautiful.
sweetie.
okay. Whenever
It's
I think of Lord
beautiful.
of the Rings, I don't think of romance, but I can see where you're kind of getting at.
I named
I
like
can
all
see-
my dogs after Lord of the Rings characters, and I kind of named my son a little bit after a Lord of the Rings kind of theme.
Oh, that's
I love Lord of the
beautiful,
Rings.
sweetie.
And me and
You
my
know, it's
dad,
such a-
that's like the only thing we can bond over is our love for Lord of the Rings. And my grandfather also loved Lord of the Rings, and he painted Bilbo, and everybody in our family wants that when he dies. And I'm like the 15th one listed to get it if nobody else can get it. I'm
15?
pissed. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
the
my word.
15th one that would get it. If
I'm
everybody
sure
else
Sweet
is like,
Tea wants the Bilbo dildo, if you know what I'm saying. But moving.
that might be fun. I don't know.
Oh goodness gracious, Sweet Tea.
I love Lord of the Rings.
I can tell. You said that New Zealand was romantic because of Lord of the Rings.
It is. Oh, it is.
It's the scenery, right? The
Yeah,
scenery.
the
There's lots
scenery.
of beautiful scenery. Absolutely. So you know what? You know, talking about romance, you know, you could take a picnic blanket. There's so many beautiful settings in New Zealand. We could take a picnic, lay that blanket down, and you can have a beautiful romantic time with your partner.
That sounds like
Or somebody that
fantasy.
or somebody that, you know, you're courting and, you know, things can get down on that picnic blanket, right? Especially
have,
in New
like-
Zealand where there's beautiful scenery places.
Don't y'all have like poisonous bugs and spiders and stuff everywhere?
No, not really.
Is
Not
that
really.
Australia?
I think it
That's
sounds
Australia,
like
sweet tea. You're pretty safe. You're pretty safe in New Zealand.
it kind of sounds like
wow.
you like doing things in front of people. Because you talk about consummating the marriage through
Me?
dance in front of everybody at the wedding, and then you're talking about things can get down on that blanket. Maybe you're not into voyeurism, but the other way around.
No,
You're gonna be
remember what I
trouble.
said, Beans. Me?
Xylee,
Remember what I said,
I can
Beans?
explain.
I
It wasn't me this time. It's Sweet
It was
Tea and
Wonder
Wonder Woman.
Me?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
Why is
Okay.
Ken spurging out in main chat and Discord about feathers and assholes?
What?
Where does he get
nobody-
assholes from?
Exactly. That's completely from him. But feathers, we've been talking about feathers. What's wrong with the feather?
Feathers.
I'm
Yeah.
liking some
Ken
feathers.
is legitimately spurging out in the Discord about I can't listen to dolls anymore, hearing Wonder Woman talk about warmth and feathers and assholes.
Oh
We're
my
just
God,
giving
no.
him tips for his
Oh.
significant other. Maybe
He
he
just
would like some
spurred out.
feather play.
He just spurred out on Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea was like, Beans is leading it. In the Discord, right, typed out, Beans is leading it. And he was like, okay, miss, I don't talk for 7 minutes. Why don't you lead the conversation
Okay,
then?
wait, Sweet Tea, why are you not
I'm
in this
going with the
conversation?
flow.
You are more in the Discord than you are in this show. Do I need to kick you off again?
I'm trying
Honestly?
to keep everybody happy.
It's provided me content. I'm not mad at her for typing in the Discord because Ken's clapback was just absolutely amazing. I can't be mad at it.
I'm glad
gotta
that we can
hear it.
provide some content for Rewind for the
Yeah.
second day in a row.
Oh my
Well,
God.
you know what?
Well, stop being dirty ass
It's
sluts and you won't be.
We're not. We're talking. Well,
We're
why does
supposed to be
Big
good
Boss come
girls
up here and
today.
tell us?
Okay, wait. We are dirty, but in the most sensual way today. I think he's just jealous.
Wait, we're
the
dirty,
mighty.
but in the most sensual way?
Okay, would you rather
Yeah.
I pull out the collar again, or would you rather I talk about feathers?
Feathers. Feathers.
It's-
We can fuck
Sluts.
like we hate, or we can fuck like we
Sluts.
love.
Goodbye.
I don't know
Hey,
what
I
Bigfoot's
think-
problem is. I never spoke about no asshole,
Water
so
park?
wherever
That's
he's
not
getting that
euphemism for
from.
like a
Mm,
wet.
He's
Super
being an
chatted
actual water park.
$20.
He wants to see her in a
Oh
bathing suit.
wait,
Tickets are
I
underrated.
unpaused
They
something.
water
Now it's
light
freaking me
shows
out.
and fireworks near the
Mhm.
lakes, and it's
Bean
beautiful.
said she wanted to see his cheeks.
I'm so sorry,
Did he read
Scott
the
dude.
TTS?
Yeah. So Scott dude said with the $20, picnics are underrated. They water light shows and fireworks near the lakes, and it's beautiful.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, you could have picnics there too.
Yeah. You could look. I never said, for the record, I never said anything about buttholes. I've been talking about feathers. So, Bigfoot, if you have a problem about what we're talking about, you're free to come up on panel and talk to us about it. This is about romance. Romance can be in different ways, shapes, or forms, right? Like we're talking about
Too dirty for
dancing.
romance, apparently.
Oh, well, really? Yeah, I bet you.
Hey,
You've got people who are. I think you've got people who are quite conservative with romance. You've got people that are saucy with their romance. You've got people that take things. I don't know. There's no one fits all, right?
exactly.
That's
romance
what's
is
so cool about it.
We have Dylan in chat saying Ken wants his butt feathered, apparently. That's what it sounds
Oh.
like, because nobody was talking about butts. Nobody
I
was
keep
talking about no
thinking-
butthole.
Nobody talked about butts, I don't think.
We were talking about the touch of a feather. That's what we were talking about. Blowing
Now,
a
if
feather.
he's spurging out about feathers, we're not even gonna get into candles. You ever had a candle?
Oh,
on
I
you?
love candles. Oh,
Oh, like
not
the wax?
on me.
Yeah.
I've never done that, but I know some girls that liked it.
Okay, so there are specific Beans, play the audio recording so we know what Ken said. Glowshine with the $4.99 said, "Freaky podcast making Bigfoot crash out. LOL, you guys are good at that." Well, let's actually get into it. Let's see what he's been spurring out about.
I'm so excited.
I'm
You
giving you guys some premium content. Even if you're not in the Discord, please get a Cash Cow membership or higher so you can see what goes on in there, because apparently some
Yeah, it
wild
gets
stuff
wild.
happened. So let's see.
Wow.
People kept messaging me on Discord, and it kept popping up in the corner, and they were just like, "Why y'all talking dirty stuff?"
Okay, so
And
I'm
so
gonna
I
play
finally
this
replied.
clip.
I have now learned that I will no longer be watching dolls. Wonder Woman talking about her warmth has, I was like, wow, okay, well, King Scott, GG's, brother.
Let's see what Mao said.
I can't. I just can't.
Bro, I can't does not even begin to describe the thoughts is not the right words. There are no thoughts. The shock. There you go. I can't does not describe the shock that entered my brain coming from Cafe, discussing warmth, discussing blankets, discussing materials, discussing thin, thick, all that. The warmth is necessary, but damn, Wonder Woman, I can't. The fucking shock.
The shock. We have Sweet Tea saying, "I'm doing a show. What's up?" Yeah, you're doing a show, but you're still replying to these people. I thought this was
they
supposed to
wouldn't.
be a non-explicit episode. Hey, romance can be explicit. I want to explicitly love you. So Bigfoot again.
Listen, bro, I don't need to know about
Yeah.
feathers and assholes, feathers and ass cracks, feathers and asses. This ain't no feathers in this motherfucker, bro. I fucking can't. Now, to each their own. I'm not here to judge publicly. But I'm just saying, bro, what the fuck are we doing? What is the actual agreement between the feather and the asshole? I need to know what that agreement is before those two come together. Now, if we're going to talk about warmth, if we're going to talk about blankets, if we're going to talk about materials in those blankets, we all want to feel warm inside, right? Wherever we get our warmth from, right? Wherever we get our warmth from, we all want to feel warm, right? But Wonder Woman talking about that makes me feel cold. I'm so fucking cold, bro. I need a hug. I need some warmth in my fucking life right now because I'm just so fucking cold. I can't.
Good.
He is spurging out in the
He
Discord.
really is.
Well, why don't you lead the conversation, miss? I don't talk for 7 minutes, right? Talking about your type of fucking whatever the fuck you're talking about, right? Do something, sweet tea. Be sweet. Don't be unsweet. God. Romance. My ass.
You ever heard of spicy tea?
Bro, you're probably constipated from all those feathers up your fucking ass. You need to
Yes.
get them the fuck out, bro. All right, you need to go in there and do what you need to do. Go up there and grab. Remember Wings in the shit story with his grandma sideways? You probably got a feather in your asshole sideways, bro. Dig that bitch out so you can take a shit. Fuck, what am I listening to? This is so out of fucking just everything that the LC, well, actually, no, this LCU stands for that. But I'm just saying, bro, this is against what dolls is supposed to be. With fucking, Diddy oil and fucking ass cheeks going, what are we doing? What are we doing?
We're talking romance, Bigfoot.
I do not want to get copyright struck, but he's spurging out and then he posts a video of him jamming out in his car. I think he's having a great time.
This is how I cope. This is how I cope. Because I can't. I need some Billy the Fridge talking shit about Kingstar, Pyrocynical, and fucking Leafy in my life to make me get past the Wonder Woman. Like, I fucking can't. This was supposed to be wholesome. This was supposed to be fucking beautiful. This is not the woman I met at that camp. This is not the woman King Scott took out on a date. Maybe it is, and we don't know about it. But I'm just saying, that's where we're at in life. I can't. It's Friday. Fuck it up, Friday!
Fuck it up Friday. Well, why can't we have Frisky Fridays? Maybe we should do that a thing.
Look, bro, listen, all right, we all can have an opinion, right? They're like assholes and feathers. We all got them evidently at this point.
think
But all I'm
so.
saying is this, right? I was just caught off guard. The shock just smacked me in the face like a feather to your asshole. Just hit me. And I was like, ooh, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? But now we're here. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out, right? Once you get that feather at your asshole, we'll be beautiful, fine, and we'll be beautiful. Now, Xylee, Mrs., we're all surrounded by sluts. Bro, dolls, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Xylee. Okay? I tried to be the wholesome one. Cafe said no. We need primetime Ken sometimes, and now we're talking about warmth. We're talking about blankets. We're talking about feeling beautiful together. Now, blankets are a beautiful thing, however you define them. But at the end of the day, as long as we're all happy, that's all that matters. But feathers and assholes, Xylee, what are we doing? I can't.
So we have Batgirl saying Feather Asshole Friday. I think I'm gonna do Freaky Fridays.
Asshole.
Freaky Fridays. Frisky Fridays.
You know what? I never said no asshole. Where's he getting asshole from? Go back and rewind this show, Bigfoot, and tell me where I said something about assholes and feathers. We made a feather. You go, Beans.
Birds of a feather, we stick together. Billie Eilish said so. So we have Mau Mau with the 2. Ken Spurging is the funniest shit I've ever OMFG. We have Billy Hill with the $2. Ken is a vanilla, all the bigness, and he's not Dom.
I think maybe we're talking about romance, and maybe we're giving Bigfoot some ideas. Maybe he can have a romantic
game,
time. Yeah, up his game. Maybe we're making him feel uncomfortable. Maybe Bigfoot, you should do something romantic for your beautiful wife. Take some tips from the dolls. Tune in and take some tips from the dolls.
I'm just saying, dolls. You play with dolls. You need to play. You need some playtime. Batgirl member for 1 month. Thank you so much, Batgirl. Freaky Feather Friday, the FFF. We have Glowshine with the $1.99. Anytime Ken does something now, feathers and butts. Exactly. Now he's gonna. I don't know where he got butts from, but we were talking about
Ken screaming like that at me. I felt like I was like a teacher or something was screaming at me the whole time.
Exactly.
His voice is so masculine.
I'm just saying, sometimes the biggest ones are the hardest to fall. Maybe he just wants some feather time. He just needs to admit that he wants some feather time, some nice sensual love, not anything rough. Maybe he doesn't want to be the dom. He wants to get some lovin', okay? Men need lovin' too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, this is a good point. Men do not always need to take control. Sometimes women need to take control, not only for their own confidence, but also to give men a break.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I agree too.
One of the best things that you can do, blindfold, okay? This is not even like extreme. This is not even extreme BDSM. This is not extreme. You're not spanking anybody, right? Just blindfold your partner. Have him lay down on the bed, blindfold him, and just softly touch him in places, right? Give a little kiss here, maybe a little lick
about
there.
that.
Exactly. It is the tension, the build up, just
build up.
Mm-hmm.
Where
I've
boys
done that.
don't like the tension.
I've done that before. Have you done that? Beans or Sweet Tea? And that I have done that. I have had a partner where I've done that. I've blindfolded them and I've used the touch of my hands. Oh, and the noises coming from that man's mouth. Oh,
You're pissing off.
God.
You're gonna piss off Xylee, and you're gonna make Bigfoot run off the road.
Well, this is romance.
This is
And you know what? For me,
romance.
you know what? I love, you can have, I love noises in the bedroom. I hate it when it's quiet. I
Yeah,
hate it when it's quiet. I love hearing noises, like groaning, and I just love that,
yeah, I
So
do
It just
too.
but it's part of the build-up. It's part of the build-up,
It could get too
exactly.
much though,
What do you
real
mean too
quick.
much?
Like if
Yeah,
they're
what do
like
you mean too
howling
much?
like a hyena or something.
No,
That's not hot.
That's when
No?
you explode, sweet tea. That's when you explode. I'm talking about the foreplay. Some people do the foreplay. They're absolutely goddamn quiet. It's like, no, voice. Use your voice. Oh, it's just it's part of the build up.
So
Anyway.
we have Brad the Dawn. I'm so sorry, Brad. I remember you from Cafe. I remember we used to work together very closely. But he says I can't. I'm so sorry to disappoint
Why?
you.
Be good
Um,
girls.
we
We
have
must be making
Dreamy.
people feel uncomfortable. Don't feel uncomfortable. We're
Don't feel
here to talk.
uncomfortable. We're here. We are. We are here to give you guys advice. I think this is probably the best show in the locale universe because we give you something you can use, right? I hope each and every
True.
one of you just finds a partner and you can give them the best time ever with our
You can
advice.
hear it
Yeah.
from many different types of women's perspective, and that could help people a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
With all
And
sorts of things.
because we're talking about before we brought up about porn, right? I said I don't need to watch porn. I'm creative in my own mind, and I'm sharing other ways that you can actually spice things up in the bedroom, make things romantic. You don't have to go watch porn and think of ideas. We're sharing some ideas with you to make your love life romantic or spice things up a bit.
Exactly. So, Final, welcome to Band World. It's very interesting that you became a member during this episode, Final. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Like you should in the bedroom.
Thank you, Final.
So we also have
Ooh.
somebody that said, I can't listen to this show on speaker anymore. LOL. We
Oh,
also have somebody that says, exactly, Wonder Woman. It also lets you know the person is enjoying themselves and what you're doing to them. That is a very good
Yeah.
point. If you are enjoying yourself, even if you're not the type of person to be very vocal, just say like, "Ooh, right there," or keep going.
yeah.
Add a little bit more
Yes.
encouragement because if you
Signal.
show exactly, if you let them know that you're enjoying it, they might get a boost of confidence, or at least I do. If you are telling
Yeah.
me, oh God, I'm saying too much. But if you tell me, good girl, I'll go to town. I'll go to town. Whatever you want, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah. I
So
agree because you know what? Tell your partner where they're hitting the right spot, and that's signaling. Oh, I love it right there, right there. You know what I
Only
mean?
hurting
So yeah,
yourself if you like try to act like you like it when you don't, because they're just gonna
true,
keep doing the wrong thing over and over and over again. I
true,
learned that a long time ago. Only act like you
true,
like it when you do like it.
yeah, if you
true.
don't like it, you tell them. Communication is very important. Ken is screaming right now. Ken is probably screaming. Let me check the Discord to see if he has
Oh no.
sent any more. No, we have Final. I'm so
Probably
glad. Oh, Final, who just became a member, just said, I'm glad she skipped my audio. So now we have to go back into the Discord and make sure that we get to read or listen to each and every one from Final. Let's go
oh my
back
goodness.
to Final with the 17.
Oh shit, Ken. Xylee found out about our feathers and assholes conversation. You'll see what you just did. I can't, man. I can't. Now I gotta pluck this feather out my ass and just no. This ain't it, man. This ain't it.
Very interesting, Final. There was also another one.
Ha! Ken got exposed for being the feather tickler in LCU. Oh, I'm so glad they skipped my audio. But Wonder Woman over here deflecting, over here not accepting what she said, talking about 50 Shades of Lavender with naked bodies on the
Was
bed
I
as she's
wrong?
pointing up to the Northern Star with chicken feathers falling down. No, I can't. I can't accept what you said.
50 Shades of Lavender.
Is it lavender?
Did you
Well,
see everything Ken said?
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, but I
Did he
don't
say
remember talking about ass buttholes. I definitely
we're
talked about
confused about
feathers.
that?
Yeah, I don't think
Out of all those messages, we're just questioning the asshole part.
absolutely. This is the romance episode. We're telling
Yeah.
people how to be romantic. You ever had a candlelight sensual
Yes, Ali.
bedroom activities, Eileen? With petals scattered around the bed?
Goodbye.
Ah!
Answer that. I was gonna tell her don't
you-
answer it. It's
I
a
didn't even
trap.
ask her
Zali,
about the
Zali,
candles.
if you're gonna Zali,
It's
if
a
you're gonna
trap.
step up to dolls and we ask you a romantic question, we would love a response. Honestly, I would love to know if Zali's had a candlelit romantic evening.
We have Rick for the win saying Feathergate. Feathergate,
Ooh.
exactly. I'm gonna opt out of this one too. Thrill, don't opt out. We might give you some good advice.
Yeah, for real. I think, ladies, we've probably started, seeing as though this is the first show of the day of the LCU universe. We're setting the
Not
tone. Dolls. Isn't Dolls the first one?
cafe.
Oh, has Cafe already been?
technically-
Apologies.
Technically, if you want to be very technical, it's Test,
Tech talk.
Tech
Right.
Talk, Cafe, and so on and so forth, because they're in the AM.
Apologies. I'm thinking about New Zealand time. Apologies.
Oh,
But
yeah.
from this time on, I probably think that people will be talking about the feathers now. So you're welcome, everyone. You're welcome.
Okay, so docket team, I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys a chance because you guys have put in a lot of good stuff here for the romance episode. So there is something called 36questionsinlove.com, and this is a very good website because apparently, let me go back to the beginning of this. It says the New York Times lists 36 questions you can ask someone if you want to fall in love, or maybe make your love even stronger. This site provides the ideal experience for exploring these questions. So grab some wine, sit down with someone you want to love, and let's get started. So I'm not trying to fall in love with any of the dolls, but I think this is very important for them to answer. So the first
Yes.
question.
Exciting.
This is exciting. We're building it up. We're having a little bit of tension here. If you could invite
love
anyone
that.
in the world to dinner, who would it be?
Ooh. I would invite
Daniel Radcliffe.
Why Daniel Radcliffe?
I've always thought he was hot, and I think he's like down to earth. He likes to do crazy roles sometimes. I'd like to ask him about that and like how he did on Harry Potter and stuff. I think he'd be fun to hang out with.
You, Wonder Woman?
for me. Oh, sorry. Jason Momoa.
That's a good one. Rhea Ripley. Okay, number
Well-
2. Would you like to be famous in what way?
What's the different kind of ways?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, you can be Cornhub famous. You can be famous because you
Yeah.
wrote a book. You can be famous
Oh, okay.
because you're a lolcow.
I'd probably pick locale since I'm here.
if you could be famous, what was the question again? If you could be famous in what
Any
way?
category.
Is that right?
Yeah, would you like to be famous and in what way?
I had always wanted to be, I would say yes, and I'd always wanted to be an actress when I was younger. So yes, I would say probably acting or some sort of way
I guess
like
you were
that.
gonna say that.
So for me, would I like to be
That's a
famous?
good one.
The realistic side of me would say no, only because I think that I would like to have more privacy. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I would not want my family to be harassed. I would not want anything bad to happen or be afraid of going outside every single day. That's the realistic side of me. If you want me to be more like dreamy and like, oh, there's nothing bad when it comes to being famous, then I would say yes. And in what way? I love singing And when I was young, I always dreamed of being a singer and like performing. Like the idea of performing is just like a huge thing for me. So if I were to be famous, it would be a singer and it would be just singing all the time and making sure that everybody's having a good time and me having a good time up on
Ooh.
stage. I think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Would you go into the Spanish, like a Spanish singer, Breens, or English?
I think that I would be more of an English type of pop star or whatever star, but I would occasionally do like covers of songs in Spanish. If you haven't been in the Dolls VC, there was a couple of times where I sang Spanish songs because I'm very much like very deep and emotional. So I love ballads. If I can sing my heart out and put all my emotion into a song, I love those types of songs. I'm not so
Yeah.
much the like pop song where words have no meaning or like, it's just catchy. I'm not that type of person. I like ballads. I like having meaning. And that's why I really wanted to do like I know we got a little bit off track and we started getting a little bit Freaky Friday, but the idea of romance and feelings and just so much emotion is something that I really care for.
Me too.
If anybody wants me to try to sing a song or something, donate 20 and tell me what you want me to sing. I'll try to sing it a little bit.
In the VC.
I
because
don't
we
think I
can't
could
get-
sing. Oh, you can't even sing
No,
the
not on.
songs?
No, not here. We can get copyright struck.
For just singing it? I thought that was considered like cover, like a cover or something.
I think with covers, you have to get a sort of license in order to sing that song, or you just don't care if it's copyright struck, and you won't get any money from it. I don't know. I don't do covers. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why?
I do, I
Is this-
guess. If it's really
Mm.
important, I will.
So this is do I ever rehearse? No, I don't. It just comes I just speak naturally. I don't rehearse.
I used to have really bad social anxiety. So every single time I'm about to
Yeah.
make a phone call, I like talk to myself a little bit. And I'm like, okay, well, first off, you have to say good morning. After that, you address what you have to get done and blah, blah, blah. And at the end, say thank you and that you hope that they have a really good day. Like, I'm that type of person where I overthink. So that's just my
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm an overthinker too. I always had phone anxiety. It's gotten a lot better, but
That's good.
What would constitute
hard.
as a perfect day for you?
We're talking romance, eh? This is in the romance field, right?
I mean,
Or any type of day.
this is just any sort of day.
going to the water park with somebody I really, really like and us having fun there.
What would be your
So for me now,
Mhm.
oh sorry.
Because I like a guy to carry me around in the pool and stuff. I think that's fun.
Oh.
Ooh, tell us more. Tell us more, sweet tea. You like a guy to carry around in the pool, or is this in the creek or in the swimming pool?
It's regular swimming pool.
Oh, okay. Do you like
Because
to
you can like
be
grab
lifted?
on their back or they can like throw you off their back, you
Yeah.
know. That's fun.
Okay. Ooh, very nice. I know what you mean. There's nothing like a guy picking you up, right, and just chucking you into the water and
yeah.
stuff. And I get that. I do love that.
Real quick, we
then-
have Nuzu Bees with the 5. CD-ROM's Taylor here. His pants keep bursting at the seams. Beans, thank you for keeping me in business. You're welcome.
Good joke.
I love that.
That's perfect.
What I'd love to know what number zipper you're on. Is it? We'd love to know the number. Is it in the teens?
Anytime
Anyway.
Beans is on screen. Probably every day.
Beans, you're making them excited there, Beans.
Hey, it's a superpower. But what is your perfect day, Miss Wonder Woman?
Right now, my perfect day is I love to wake up, have a nice hot steaming cup of coffee. So I love that. I have to have me a coffee in the morning.
I do too.
I get up. Yeah, I love that. I get up, I walk around. I love to be with my animals. I love to exercise. That's a big thing for me. Exercising, staying fit, keeping well, smelling the roses in general. Like just really appreciating the beauty around me. I do this every day. I appreciate the beauty around me, and yeah, and just, the typical other household things, but those are the things I do every day. I appreciate the beauty that's around me, the beauty within me, and the things that I have in my life. I appreciate.
Donkey Nut says
Yeah.
anything Wonder Woman says sounds sensual.
She does have a very
You are a
sensual
sensual
voice.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah. You just always look at beauty all around you,
She's
from
just
within
That made me
yourself and
think
around.
about
think they
like
mean just
every
your
day I
voice
want to
in
go
general.
outside for at least like an hour to let the sun hit my skin. That makes
Yes.
me feel so much better. Like if I'm
Yes.
ever in a slump or anything, if I go out there and let the sun hit my skin for like an hour, I'll feel better.
Exactly. I think, okay, so a perfect day, if I were to break this down, and I'm only going to do 5 questions because I'm sure some people might find this very boring. But when it comes to the perfect day for me, it would be wake up in the arms of somebody that I love. Maybe stay there for a little bit, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, just us talking about our day or something, or maybe have an activity or something. And then breakfast. No, wait. No. Wait, I'm trying to think of this very.
You're going through the whole day?
Yeah, of course. It's my perfect day. I'm gonna make it my perfect
It's
way.
a perfect day.
So yeah, maybe talk a little bit or just like just cuddle. I love cuddling. Then we get ready. We're gonna go on a walk. We're gonna go on a walk. Okay, that's why I'm not saying shower now because it's best to just be dirty. Because if I'm clean, I don't want to get dirty. So we're gonna go on a walk. It's going to be a nice walk. We talk about different things, how our life is going, or just random stuff. Just have a conversation, a really deep conversation. After our walk, maybe we go back home, we take a shower together, we have a nice meal, and then we can do our own thing, right? Because sometimes you don't want to be with that person 24/7. You want them to have a good time and you have a good time. Maybe that's I can read a book and you can play video games, or you can go talk with your friends and I can watch my own stuff. And then later on in the nighttime, we can come together and we can watch a good movie and cuddle together and do whatever else together and then fall asleep in each
Yes.
other's arms.
Oh, I love that. I
Feathers
love
and
that.
buttholes, right?
No feathers and buckles. No feathers and buckles.
It's for special occasions. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a special
For his
occasion.
birthday.
The feather comes out on special occasions, okay?
Hmm. So this is a good one, and this is the last one that we're gonna do for right now. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else?
Daily. I love to just break
Yeah.
out in song. I think I got that from my mom because she would sing just constantly when I was a kid. And so I thought it was normal, so I'll just break into song whenever I'm bored.
What music do you like to sing?
I like to sing like what are those songs? What would you consider like closer? Like Baby Pull Me Closer, that song? Or
Like a pop song?
yeah, I like those kind
Mm.
of songs to sing.
Mm. Well, that's a good one. So daily, I love that, and you should sing daily to yourself if
It makes
you're
you
that
feel
type.
better.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm the same, sweet tea. I sing to myself daily. And what was the other part to that
Ooh.
question, Beans?
When
And
is the last time when did you last
sung to
sung to
someone else?
yourself or to someone else? Yeah.
Sung to someone else. If I had someone else in my life, I would probably sing to them as well daily.
That's
I'm
how I
always,
feel.
but I talk more than I sing to someone else. Like I talk to my doggy, I talk to my son. But singing would, for me, if I had someone special in my life, that would definitely be a daily thing. But yeah, I love to
Yeah.
sing.
I think it'd be
I
daily
do.
for me too if I
Mm.
had a man. I would hope
And
that he would
but
sing too.
Yeah. And
That'd be
also
fun.
too, I dance daily. I can't help myself. I cannot help myself because in the LCU before an introduction before every show, it's like every song is dope and I just get up in the background and I'm dancing and I'm singing to the introduction song of every single show. Oh my
Doing that.
word.
So you're more of a dancer
Yes,
than a
that's so.
singer.
I'm both, but I think dancing is definitely my thing.
I like to
It's
dance
definitely
too.
me. Oh God.
Whenever I was in
Do
my
you?
interviews on locale, I would just break into dance a couple times on them when I didn't know
saw
what
that.
else to do.
Real quick, we have Poke Gaga with the 199 saying ordered feathers and candles. Thanks for the tips. So specifically you have to order not just any candle. There's specific candles that burn at very low temperatures, so they're skin safe. Make sure that you get those
Yeah.
because if you get regular candles, you can burn yourself and it would not be a fun time.
You could use the regular candles.
No,
you
you-
probably have to hold them really high up though, so the time it hits your skin, it wouldn't be as hot.
I'd rather be safe than sorry. But when it comes to this question about singing, I sing to myself all the time.
All three of us.
Yeah, I'm very much a singer. Singing in front of people makes me very nervous. The last time I sung in front of anybody was other than
In
my
the VC?
niece. Yeah, in the
Oh.
VC. In the VC is probably one of the first times I ever sang in front of people.
It was so
And
beautiful too.
when it comes to like my niece, I sing to her all the time. She loves music, and I hope that she can, by singing to her, I can build that in her too. Like music is very important not only to our culture, but I feel like music is good for the soul. So whenever I'm
really is,
driving, I'm
Absolutely.
always singing to myself. The last time I sung to myself was last night. And what songs was I singing? I was singing Quizás,
You know-
Quizás, Quizás, Valentine's by Luffy, and or LaFay. I keep misremembering how to say her name. And a lot of like old jazz songs.
Mm.
Ooh, that's unique.
Yeah.
Wow.
Old, like very, very old.
You
songs
know
like that.
what, Beans? I'd love to see a scene with CD-ROM at the bottom of the window, on the lawn with you and your bedroom window, and he's singing and he's breaking song to you with a bunch of roses.
It's
I'd love
boombox.
to see that. Yeah.
I think
And
she said
Beans
that she would want that or something. That she liked that kind of thing.
Well,
once.
I'd rather have the version where it's like you get like it's live music. I really like instrumentals. If you ever
Yes.
like there's just more feeling and passion behind it. One of my favorite things to watch is The Tiny Desk from NPR because you can see everybody playing their instrument that they love doing that, that they have a passion for it. Hearing people sing live, you can hear how they mix it up or how they like add a twist to it or just how much they love what they're doing. And that's
Oh,
something I
yeah.
really like about instrumentals and singing live and everything like that. So I would rather have somebody get like people actually playing the music versus like a boombox. But either one is good.
Yeah.
Either one is good.
I agree.
Somebody in the comments section said which Pride and Prejudice is my favorite, the one with Keira Knightley. I think that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, Keira Knightley.
The-
Yeah.
The new one. The newer one.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
the original one a lot. I don't think I've seen the new one, or if I have, I don't remember it very well.
Is that the last question, Miss Beans?
Yeah, so I said that we were gonna go up to number 5 only because some people might find it a little bit boring. We're very low energy, even though we're excited about it ourselves.
Can I, Beans, is it okay if and Sweet Tea, so we're still talking about romance, right? But I've got some other suggestions about, romantic things that you could do, right?
Mhm.
Some personalized touches to romance, you could write a love letter to somebody, maybe in this day and age, maybe not a letter, maybe an email or maybe a text message, you
This
could,
bitch just said
but
email.
letters, I think,
If you
I
write
think
me an
letters are
email
still
and you
lovely.
say kind regards at the end of it, I'm just gonna put that in my
Yeah.
spam.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd be
yeah,
pissed.
exactly.
Don't write me
Exactly.
no
You
goddamn
know,
romance
you could,
email.
No, don't
You could
write me one either.
you could write a heartfelt letter, expressing your feelings to someone. That's quite romantic, right?
Those women that date those prisoners that have life sentences, I think they like not having to deal with them and getting those romance letters whenever they want.
Sweet tea, why you?
How do we go
why
into?
Sweet tea, what? Why? I feel like you wrote a
Me,
prisoner at least one time in your life. Now we have to hear the story.
I've thought about it, but I've never done it. Because I thought it'd be fun to have like a pen pal
Who's
that
a
you never
murderer?
have to see. Yeah, maybe there's some in there for different reasons, tax fraud
Okay.
or something. Those people get long sentences.
If you're somebody in prison watching Dolls right now and you would like to contact Sweet Tea, please make sure that you get with her. Write her a romantic email.
Oh yeah, I definitely wrote you back.
And she may or may not respond.
She may or may not respond. So we have Junk Queen with the $1.99 Sugar Daddy Goon Goon Pow. Oh goodness gracious! Bless us with members, and then
He's blessing us with his presence.
Exactly. He breast. You already know where my mind
look
is.
in there. In the chat, Fuzz. I love this comment from Fuzz. I leave my girlfriend a letter every morning after I put her back to sleep. I also prepare her coffee and sit the letter right next to the coffee station. Oh, that is beautiful.
Get you a man like Fuzz. Yes, that is what we're talking about with romance. That's what this episode is supposed to be about. If you do anything cute for your partner, put it in the chat section right now. We are going to read every single one of them.
It.
And maybe
I take my hat off to you, Fuzz. That is awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome. What a lucky lady, or what a lucky lady.
Put your cute things in the chat and we can read them out. And maybe you can inspire somebody else to do something like that. I think that would be really cute. So we have Mr. Boom Boom. Real quick, let me do this this donation. Mr. Boom Boom Pow with the $2 said, at Junk Queen, go get a job.
Get a haircut and get a real job, right?
Another idea, another suggestion for a personalized touch is you could possibly create a custom playlist. We're talking about music, right? You can make create a playlist of songs that remind you of the person that you're wanting to date or that you are in love with. That's something that could be awesome. Don't you think that'd be lovely for someone to create you a personalized playlist?
Oh, absolutely.
And listen to those lyrics in the songs. It's beautiful.
I love to drink my Pepsi and my coffee together. I'm sorry. That's my morning routine. Everybody keeps telling me I'm weird about it in the comments.
So, yeah, address the comment first and then give your response, because then people watching this back would be very confused. So apparently somebody said Pepsi and coffee is a crazy combo. Are you drinking Pepsi and coffee at the same time?
Yes.
I mean, I'm drinking coffee and coconut milk, so.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was the only weird one. I like to drink some coffee and then drink some Pepsi and then drink some coffee and then drink some Pepsi.
So I told people to add very cute things in the chat and we can read them out. So we first have Poke Gaga saying, I eat it like groceries.
Ooh.
I mean, yes, but also that is not the type of romance that we're looking for right now. But yes, everybody should eat it like groceries. Scott Dude 814 says, this isn't for a partner, but for the women in my life. I grow flowers and I take them to flower shops and have them preserved and give them as gifts for Valentine's Days and birthdays. So that's, not only are you giving them flowers, but you grew them yourself. So that takes a lot of time and dedication. So that is very lovely. We have, but let's be honest, saying my mom and stepdad would write each other every day for 10 years. He wrote the first and then she woke up, she wrote back, and so on. She passed away, but they are the reason I still believe in love.
Oh my gosh.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
That is beautiful.
Oh my word.
We have White Hammer 7878 saying, I took my woman out on a date to the beach and surprised her with a private beach bonfire sunset dinner. That was
That was my
multiple
favorite.
romantic things at once. So
We
private, on the beach, there's a bonfire at sunset, and you guys are having a dinner.
we have some romantic people in the chat with us, ladies, with
We
the
do.
dolls. We've got some romantic people in the dollhouse with us. I'm loving this. I'm
It's
loving it.
amazing.
So we also have Dawn566. I leave a little post-it note in my husband's lunch bag. When I make his lunch for the day, and I always make sure he has a goodie of his liking in his lunch. That's cute because you're making sure
That's
that
a
he
really
has a little
common one
sweet
to
treat.
do. It's really
Mhm.
sweet and it's easy to do.
And you know what I like about that too is that perhaps your partner's having a really crap ass day at work, right? And then they
Mhm.
open up their lunchbox and they see something of you in there, right? And it's just would just make them feel so great that knowing that you're with me. You know what? Fuck everything else. I love you.
Spooky
Exactly.
I
wife
love it.
Amy says, "My sweet husband buys me fresh flowers every week." That's really nice.
There's some women that don't like flowers. I think I've talked about this with Pupstar whenever she was on. She's not much of a flower person, and I can understand that. There are people that look at flowers and say, well, that's just a waste. They're going to die anyways. But I think it's the idea behind the flowers, looking at the flowers, having a pop of color in your life, and just the idea that they thought about you at that moment is really sweet.
It's meaningful to me. That's why I'm always faking like Keemstar got me flowers. I love the fact that he sends the hosts that do well flowers. That's just so sweet.
It's like Greeky says, used to do that. Oh, this is about the mixtapes. Used to do that when I was younger. Mixtapes were the shit, lol. But my husband is probably one of the least romantic dudes out there, lol. So that's not happening. Oh, we'll have to. Yeah, but I get it.
AMAC
It's not
Talking
for
Smack
everyone.
sent one Lolcow Dolls gifted membership. Thank you.
Thank you, AMAC.
So somebody said Beans,
Let's.
where I don't know if they're asking where am I from, but I'm Dominican. You're pure Dominican, both mom and dad. I'm not sure if you're trying to do that or if you're a gringo trying to speak Spanish and you say where are my parents, but you don't know what parents is in Spanish. My parents are working, and I'm 25. I can talk about whatever I want. It's Freaky Friday, god damn it.
We're all women here.
Yeah. Another idea too, going back to the personalized touches, but one lovely person in the chat has already brought that up, was leaving notes. Leaving small notes with sweet messages in unexpected places. Now, this happened to me with my ex-husband. He put notes around in different places of the house. And it really caught me by surprise. And on the note was something just so. I remember one of them was um, something about frisky at nighttime. You make me frisky or something, and it was just those notes in unexpected places. I'll never forget that. See, it's still a memory to me, and I appreciated those notes. They make you smile.
People forget that that's what life is. You're making memories and stuff. It really, I think my mom thinks that's the point of life, is to make good memories. That's to have with your family and your friends. To have when you're old.
Yeah, and like even if like a romance or a relationship doesn't work out in the end,
You still have fond memories.
you
Yeah,
still have fond memories, and you should, yeah.
that's
So
what I appreciate.
absolutely,
I
it's not all
appreciate that.
bad. It is. There are some beautiful things that come out of a relationship. Absolutely.
Right of center left said it's the little things that count. Exactly. It's the little things that
Truly.
count. Just showing somebody that you're thinking about them, that you're caring about them is one of the best things ever. Angie uploaded said,
Yeah.
instead of giving gifts last Valentine's Day, my hubby and I wrote love letters to each other. He is not the type to write a love letter, so I absolutely loved it. That is a point that I've made multiple times. When somebody is not typically into a certain thing and they do it specifically because they love you, that to me speaks volumes. For example, whenever I was with Grimm, he
Yeah.
hates musicals. He hates musicals. He will not sit through a musical. But
My ex hated musicals too.
but he's gone to multiple musicals with me, or he's like made dates to go on musicals because he knows how much I love them. And even throughout that entire time, he would go to musicals, and slowly and surely he started liking them. He went to the Beauty and the Beast musical with me, and he absolutely loved it. Whenever we missed
Oh.
out on going to a certain musical in person, we opted out and we went to a movie theater instead, and we saw The Color Purple, which, even though it was technically a movie, it was a movie musical, and he absolutely loved that one. So in
Yeah.
general, the fact that he doesn't like musicals, but he was willing to sit through one for me, really, really put how much he loved me in perspective.
But how did that play on your mind, though, Beans? Did that play on your mind, though, when you were there? Did you think about, see, for me, if I would appreciate somebody doing that, but for me, I wouldn't be able to enjoy it knowing that my partner is sitting there not enjoying it, because that would make me not enjoy it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know that
Introducing
person.
them to something that he eventually liked, so it was a good thing.
Yeah, I think he
Oh,
would
did
just.
you? Right.
So the thing is, I think a lot of people say they don't like something because they experienced it once or they heard like a song, but there's a difference between like
Yeah.
hearing a musical song, just like hearing it, and seeing people perform. So I think
Live,
that
yeah.
he heard a musical song before and he's like, this is corny, this is trash, I don't want to watch people do this. But then he took me on a musical once, and I think the first one was The Beauty and the Beast. So he saw people perform, he got to experience it live, and not only that, he was also trying. We were also there to support a coworker of his. So
Really helped
he
him
ended up,
relax and enjoy it more.
yeah, he ended up enjoying it, and I think that's why he continued to do so, right? At first I
Right.
did have that sort of feeling like, oh, he's doing this only for me. I feel bad that he might not enjoy the musical, but it was so funny because whenever he speaks about it, or spoke about it, sorry, past tense. Whenever he spoke about it, he said that he would look over at me and he would see like the awe in my eyes, just like watching people perform, and like just in general, Belle and Cinderella were always like my favorites when it came to Disney. So like he saw how much joy I had on my face and how much I loved it. But I remember times where I would look over at him and he was smiling, like he was actually enjoying himself. So it's funny how you never notice those really cute moments where somebody's looking at you because you're so into whatever you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So those
Yeah.
moments where you're into something, you don't notice what's going on around you, but knowing that they looked over and they saw you experience something with so much joy is so cute, because you do that to them and you're like, oh gosh, I just want,
Yeah.
like cuteness and aggression
Yeah.
type stuff.
Yeah. They're capturing you at your moment of you're really into something, and especially when you don't know that they're doing it. It's just beautiful. I get that. I get it a lot. You know what? I went to. I went to a. Oh, Mamma Mia! They in here in New Zealand. They did Mamma Mia here, and I really wanted to go to the show.
Mhm.
And I went there, and it was so damn good. It was so damn good. At the end, I stood up. I was the only person that stood up and gave a standing ovation at the end in front of a whole entire theater. I don't give a shit. They deserved that standing ovation. So I got up in front of like 2,000 or whatever, 50,000 people and gave that standing ovation. I thought, what a noodle, but they deserved it.
Were you
Anyway,
screaming encore?
I was. I
Wow.
was.
I bet they appreciated that though, really.
Bet you they did too, sweet tea.
My
Yeah.
mom loves Mamma Mia. She makes me watch it with her every Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mamma Mia's great.
It is.
Sorry, I'm just like
And that's a
looking at
romantic
main
movie.
chat. Romantic movie? How is Mamma Mia a romantic
It
movie?
Mamma
Is.
Mia, oh, it is because
The little girl's getting
she
married, or the
yeah, she's
daughter, I'm
getting
sorry.
married.
I mean, that's like a very like minute part of the
And she's
movie, but
trying
it's
to
like,
find her father and to love all three of them. And the woman's
Yeah.
like reminiscing on her love for all three men that she had.
Yeah.
It's
I
very
mean,
romantic.
And
it's yeah, I can see how it's romantic. Never mind. But at the
they're
same
in
time, it's
and
just
they're
like,
in we're
what happened?
and it's in Italy. Was it shot? It was shot in like Italy or something, wasn't it? And
Yeah,
it's just so
it is
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That
It's
movie
kind
got
of
a
the
lot
same.
of flack when it came out too, but it's a
Really,
classic. I heard a lot of kids my age saying, like, at the time, they were like, "Oh, this movie's stupid. It's overrated."
It was in
You know,
Greece. A lot of people are saying it's in Greece. Y'all need to fix your internet. I'm tired. I am hardwired into my computer now, so I know my internet is not the one sucking. We talking over each other.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if it's, I think it might be this time of the day for me, Beans. I don't know what it is, but I'll get onto it. I don't have this problem on any other show. It must be this time slot, this time of the morning where I am. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we'll get onto that. Apologies for that.
yeah.
No, now don't say it like that. Now I feel bad. God darn it. You're supposed to get. Oh my goodness. You guys are not into locale.
Well, you look pissed off, and I don't want you to be pissed
yeah,
off. I'm
but-
owning it. I'm owning it. So I'm just saying, apologies for that. I'll get onto it, but thanks for letting me know. Okay.
No, this is why Star in the Discord is saying I only like watching women stream when they're screaming at one another and crashing out. That's why I don't watch dolls. It's not my cup of tea. Probably why I don't have real friends that are women.
That
Who
was
said
like
that?
That's weird.
that
Yeah.
was a little odd. But we're all a little odd
Okay.
in some ways.
Wait, did Brinley change her hair?
Where are you looking, Beans?
I'm
Are
looking
you
at
in
the
the
Dye it
Discord?
black.
No, I think she got a new hair. Yeah, look at
Oh,
that.
she's platinum
Oh, she
blonde.
bleached it.
She looks
She's
so
she's
good.
platinum blonde.
I think she
She
also
looks
did her lashes.
really
She
good
looks,
with that hair
yeah.
color.
See, this is what Dolls is about. We look at people's new transformations and
Yes.
hell yeah.
Damn, she looks beautiful there.
Absolutely. Platinum blonde. Way
Oh,
to go.
We also got
If
some
you can pull off
nails.
platinum blonde, it's like a 10 out of 10, you know?
I've never gotten my nails done. I only have my natural nails and I painted them recently, but
Really?
I remember that I don't paint my nails because I always mess them up in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
I never done like gel or acrylic or anything like that, but these are cool. I feel like you can
Those
stab
are
somebody.
called that shape of those nails is called stilettos. It's a stiletto.
Stilettos?
They have different, yeah, they're called stilettos. You can have, the square, the oval, squoval. So the squoval is like
Squoval?
this is the shape. And I think though that one there is stiletto from what I understand. They're quite popular now.
Mau Mau
Star,
with 2 says, "This is why Dolls is great. Got me thinking deep now."
I'm so happy.
I'm just saying
That's
rose
good.
petals on the bed, some candles, like
Yeah.
maybe put the rose petals in a heart, be very romantic.
Or if you know what she's
Bitches love
into,
that
kind
shit.
of role play like you're that kind of man and go into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
I like how Star said that she doesn't watch dolls, but then she goes, "Oh shit, they looking at my nails." Yes, we are. Post them again.
Yeah.
So she was watching Dolls. She was fibbing.
Hair. Bib.
You know
coffin
what
shaped-
too? Sometimes too.
What?
Sorry, Beans. You go, Beans.
No, keep going. I'm just talking about nails.
Oh no, let's talk about nails.
I usually have them square, but I did like make them try to be like a little bit more almond shaped because for some reason I have
Yeah.
an issue. My nails grow really long very quickly, but the ends will always get like caught on something or break. For example, I have like part
Yeah.
of a broken nail now and I don't know how to fix it. I don't want to cut my nails. I do not.
You take biotin or biotin.
Biotin. I take a very specific liquid. It's a very big bottle. It's liquid and it's like Miss Somethings. I take that usually, and I do take a lot of pills. Where is my pill box? I take like iron. A lot of people are vitamin D deficient.
You need it. Where you're so skinny.
Mhm.
I always had anemia when I was that size. So,
weird
you
thing
gotta
is
be
I
careful.
the weird thing is I never had anemia ever before. But I take iron, I take vitamin D. I take calcium in order for the vitamin D and the calcium to be absorbed better in the body. I take BCAAs. I take fish oil. Usually
Yeah,
the
that's
most
Ew.
good.
important.
But
A lot of people are also
yeah,
magnesium deficient.
was in the
yeah.
hospital once because my heart was like super hard and it wasn't pumping right because of a lack of something. I forget what it was. Oh, potassium. I had to stay in there like 5 days and them constantly giving me potassium and drawing my blood until it got back to normal. So you
Wow.
got to be careful. You got to make sure you have potassium.
I think all the vitamins are very important. But Wonder Woman, you're a very
Well,
active
yeah.
person, and especially going from, your old weight to your new weight. How's
Yes.
that with like your health?
Health.
Oh, uh, are you meaning like nutrition wise or?
Yeah.
Something that I've seen a lot of people when it comes to going from one weight to another weight is that
Changes your veins.
it does change your veins. Something that my mom experienced a lot when she's still heavier set. But it's even though she might eat a lot, she's still deficient in a lot of things. Do you take any supplements now?
Yeah, I take multivitamins. I take 9 tablets a day, and that's enough. That's all I need.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's okay though. They're really massive tablets, but I take those tablets and I'm all good. And
My
I just
mama used to
take,
call those horse pills.
but it provides me everything I need nutrition wise because I can't eat so much. There's the risk of malnutrition, but those tablets give me everything I need. But going from a larger person to losing 155 pounds, everything has vastly improved in my life. Everything, and
It's wonderful.
everything. So
So
I have no regrets.
I forget how you lost the weight. Did you get the sleeve or did you
I
get cut or natural?
I had the duodenal switch done, which
What's that?
is it's bariatric surgery. Duodenal
Oh,
switch is the type of bariatric surgery I had. That's where they moved most of my tummy, and then my intestines are rerouted. So not all my intestines are rerouted to my new small stomach. Um, and that's what I had. So, according to my BMI, they measure your intestines and reroute only what's required. So, what that means is because I have a smaller intestine tract, what food I do consume passes through a smaller intestine tract quicker so it doesn't absorb the fat and calories from food because it's passing through quickly. And that's how I keep my weight off. And that's how I lost the weight. Plus, exercise, following the regime, you have to be very, very
it didn't work
you
for
know, you
wings.
well, you got to exercise. It's see the thing is that when you have bariatric surgery, it's a tool, it's not a cure. It's a tool that you use. It's not a cure. You have to exercise daily. You have to exercise, 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 and stick to the food that they tell you to stick to. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that.
So a lot of people are saying, holy shit, I didn't know that she lost that much weight, never would have guessed. Exactly. That's why I get so mad at the Reddit. Even though like that's the whole point of Reddit. They're supposed to make you spurg or it's just people complaining about shit because they have nothing better to do with their lives. But like you are coming here, you're making such judgments on people because the way that their body looks now as if like their life is perfect. Somebody and just we talked about this, relationships with women. You had friendships. Whenever you were a bigger
Yeah.
person, they were so nice to you. Everything was so easy because nobody had like these expectations on you or anything like that. But then you lost
Yep.
the weight and all of a sudden like things change. Now people are like
Yeah.
treating you a different way because of the way that you look. You're still the same
Yes.
person inside, but because you look different outside, people think that they can judge you for it.
Very surface level, right? But then, like you're saying, Beans, they were people that knew me for years. They were people that knew me for years. They knew who I was on the inside, but because I changed on the outside and was getting attention, they just didn't like it. And I lost those friendships, which was so sad. But you know what? You always know your true friends, who your true friends are, because they are the ones that stay with you forever. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Most of my
But I
friends I knew since I was a little kid, and I still am friends with them, but where we all went different paths in life, we don't talk as much as we used to.
But going
And I
back
think
to
that's
the
hard.
yeah,
thing about wings, and people that get surgeries like that. For example, I have a few uncles and aunts that have gotten the same surgery. But the thing is, if you don't change your lifestyle after getting the surgery, you're just going to go back to square one, and that's a
yeah,
waste of money and a waste of your time and the
yeah.
waste of pain. Um,
Yes.
so there's Mau Mau in the comments saying that I found it fun just learning about calories from food through the app because he suggested if you're trying to manage weight, get a calorie tracker app. That's how I was able to gain weight finally. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes in order to make a big change, you have to do small small changes, right? So for example,
Yeah,
if you just add or subtract 500 calories from your daily intake, that's how you can gain
yeah,
or lose weight, right? If
Yeah.
you eat the same, try to eat a little bit healthier, obviously, but if you add exercise, obviously you're going to lose
oh,
calories, and that could make a big difference. A
yeah.
really big thing is if you walk after eating just for 30 minutes, that significantly lowers your risk of getting diabetes.
You know what? You want to know how I incorporated my exercise into. So once I had the surgery, so I was working a full time job, right? So
Mhm,
how I incorporated my exercise in was when I went on my lunch breaks and morning tea breaks,
mhm,
I went across and I walked a park. I just walked circles around this park, and I did 10,000 steps daily. So that in the evening when I went home.
mhm.
I had already done my exercise. So, incorporate your exercise in. And Beans are right. You got to exercise. Just walking, like I think I've heard Keemstar say on the LCL show, is that walking is the best way to exercise. And that's all I did was walk.
Yeah.
I walked and walked and walked and walked.
Most
And
people, that's something most people could do. Unless they're
yeah.
like over 600 pounds and they can't stand up. Those people have it the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
start with just set yourself a goal, maybe wherever you are, and if you can't drive somewhere, just use the street you're living in, use a park that's close by, maybe to start with doing 1 lap a day, and then maybe on the second week, maybe do 2 laps a day, or just set yourself those small goals, and you'll get fitter and fitter and fitter, and then you'll find that you'll start to really enjoy the exercise because it makes you feel so good. It actually
Get in the
gives you
groove.
energy. Yeah, it actually gives you energy.
Something that I would suggest is if you don't have an area that's super walkable, usually you can go on Google Maps, and they tell you like how walkable the area is. If you're not in an area that's super walkable, what you can do, and I have one, and maybe I'll try to incorporate it into a stream, but I have a walking pad. So if I ever want to just walk indoors, I walk on the walking pad, but I would suggest walking outside because you can get that vitamin D, you can get a little bit of sunlight. There was a time where I
Fresh
wanted to
air.
be fresh air, exactly. There was a time where I wanted to be much fitter than I was now. I was going to the gym, I was walking a lot, and I would actually strive to get 10,000 steps. And I
Yeah.
felt like I was so much happier during that time because I'm releasing those endorphins and that dopamine of like, I see a difference in my body and I feel the difference in my body. I want to keep going. Now, once that kind of tampers off or you get lazy, it's really hard to start back up. But in general, exercise is a really good way to just gain that
Yeah.
confidence that you need. Um,
And
They
if you
call it
can't get
running
and
high, runner's
if
high.
you can't if even if you can't get out of the house, maybe get yourself some dumbbells, because you know what? Everything counts. Anything counts. Get yourself some dumbbells, do some
Or if you're
resistance training,
poor, just pick up
anything.
something heavy that's
Yeah.
nearby. Like a toolbox with a bunch of tools. Just lift it over and over and over again.
Exactly. Another thing is there is a YouTube channel called The Fitness Marshal, and he's really cool because he does like dancing sort of workouts, and just doing that, you don't even have to have a weight. You just have to like have fun and dance and do some exercise. And that's even
Jazzercise.
basically jazzercise, yeah. But like just seeing a sassy gay man on screen telling you that you're doing great and like dancing with you, I don't know, it's very motivating. But we only have 1 minute left. We have Nerds Debrief, Tess versus Aussie, who runs the night. So I guess there's some beef
Ooh.
between Tess and Aussie. I would love to see what's going on with them. You're going to be redirected into Nerds. I think some people are saying they might have a 4-hour show, but I'm not completely sure about that.
Yes.
Serve it.
I think we've had a really great show in the dollhouse today, ladies. I've really enjoyed our topic of romance today, and I especially want to say a big shout out to everyone in the in the chat today who has come and watched Dolls today.
Thank
I've
you for
just
being
loved
here.
Yeah, and I've loved all your comments. You're sharing those with us, and it's just been wonderful to have that backwards and forwards with you all. So, and thank you so much too for all the donations and the new subscribers. What about you, Beans? What you think?
I think that it's a Friday, so obviously our concurrent viewership is a little bit down. A lot of people are having fun tonight, but in general, we do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for sticking around, the 378 of you. Thank you for the 100 likes. If you haven't liked, please do that on your way out, and you'll be redirected to Nerds right about now.
Have a nerdy afternoon.
Nerdy
Yes.
afternoon.
Bye, everyone.